So the next technique we're going to do is for the pectoralis major and minor muscle, which are just here in the upper part of the chest. The pectoralis minor is a smaller muscle that is underneath the pectoralis major muscle. The self-massage technique is nice and gentle, and I recommend doing it once to twice a week. So what you want to do is you want to have access to this tissue. We're going to start by working here at the sternum and work our way out to the shoulder. We're also going to be below the collarbone. So for this area here, what I like to do is use these 3 fingers. I'm going to locate the sternum and I'm going to engage the tissue a little bit and then do semicircular motions. And so here I am engaging the tissue just on the outside of the sternum. I really like the semicircular motions. And you can see the top of my index fingers just below the collarbone. If you find an area that feels tight, tender, relevant, give it some more attention. And you can work your way all the way to the tip of the shoulder. The tissue also goes a little bit lower here for pectoralis major. So again, working your way out to the sides. Now I prefer to use liquid chalk on my hands for this. If your preference is to use oil for the pec techniques, you just kind of put some oil on the pec muscles. There's a couple of ways that you can work this. One is with the tips of your fingers. Now if you notice, my left shoulder here is nice and relaxed. So starting here at the sternum, you can do some circular motions, also just below the collarbone here. You can also just do some glides using the tips of your fingers, or my preference is the palm of my hand. Feels like a really nice engagement. It doesn't take a lot of pressure in order to engage these tissues. Just feels really good to get worked on. So think about when you're doing any type of pectoralis self-massage, you want to think about doing this technique once every 4 days or so. So spending 1 or 2 minutes per side, more if you think is necessary, but just making sure that the shoulder is nice and relaxed and that you're engaging the tissue for the pectoralis major and minor self-massage technique. Remember, respect the injury, be patient with the process, but most of all, be gentle with yourself.